Welcome back to 843 TV. We are now joined by Officer Carissa Branson, and Officer Branson is with the Bluffton Police Department. How are you today?
Wonderful. How are you?
Good. You've become a regular on this show, haven't you?
Yes. I'm always happy to be back and share my crime prevention techniques with you guys.
You do so well. We have to keep having you back. So you do neighborhood services unit.
That's right.
And that's kind of more of a community outreach position, correct?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So what are some of the things that you've seen in terms of crime or public safety that you want our viewers and all of us to be aware of?
Absolutely. Well, we're starting to get those calls about pets or even children being locked in unattended motor vehicles.
Okay.
We hate receiving these calls because we know the dangers of it, but maybe not everybody else does. So we want everyone to know that even within just 10 minutes, the interior of a motor vehicle can rise in temperature by up to 20 degrees.
Wow.
And pets and children are especially vulnerable to those temperature changes. So we want people to be aware of those physical effects that it could be having on them. You know, even aside from that, we can actually charge somebody with child neglect.
Absolutely.
Isn't it a $1,000 fine to leave your pet in the car?
I'm sure at least, because yeah, it's animal abuse, or in the case of a child, it's child neglect. So those are pretty heavy
and the
charges.
weather's heating up. I mean, and people don't think about it. They're, oh, it feels good outside. It's 80 degrees, so I'll just leave them in the car. But really, like you said, that's going to be 110 minutes.
Yep. And
I think there's some miscommunication too, because I've seen people, well, we just left the air on. It doesn't matter.
No.
That can cause a whole other set of issues.
And that's not good either.
Well, how about just the fact, I mean, you're talking babies.
Yeah.
Even if the temperature is still acceptable inside, they're getting scared, especially in a parking lot at a business.
Yeah.
You know,
Still
they see
unattended.
people. Yeah, they see people walking around and they're wondering what's going
never
on.
do
So
that.
we hate receiving these calls. But if anyone does see a child or a pet, even if they don't appear to be in distress, give us a call. You don't always have to call our 911 number. That's why we have that non-emergency number. But we do want to hear about it, and we do want to go check on those pets and children in those cars.
Okay.
Well, Carissa, I know crime in general is certainly a concern to everybody, but what type of crime prevention recommendations do you have for us?
Well, in the summer, you get a lot of opportunities to kind of catch up on your crime prevention. When you're out gardening, for example, you can cut back your shrubs. Make sure they're not in the way of your windows. Also, if you have trees in the yard, make sure they're not blocking those lighting sources you have on the exterior of your building, things like that. Just kind of go through a checklist, you know, a home safety checklist, and make sure that you're not making your house a target.
Sure.
Yeah, you want visibility in and out of your windows. You want to have those exterior lighting sources, and then when you go on vacation, you want to be especially careful. You want to keep your routine simple. If there's always a car in your driveway and you're going on vacation, keep the car in your driveway. Make it look like somebody's still there. Keep your routine. Make sure someone's picking up your mail. Someone's getting your newspaper every day. Things like that.
And don't check in on
Good
Facebook
ideas.
and tell everybody that you're out of town for 10 days.
Yeah, pretend they even put a number on it. I'm away for 2 weeks. I'm so excited. Okay.
So
Break in
the
my home.
shrubs, back up a little bit. Why the shrubs?
Well, a lot of people let their shrubs go extend over the windows. And what that means, two things. One, you can't necessarily see out of your window to see if somebody's lurking in outside. Two, people can hide in those shrubs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you either want to keep them nice and
That
low.
doesn't make me feel good.
So you either want to keep them
You
nice
have a
and
lot
low.
of shrub.
Or, in the other hand, you want to have them high off the ground. That way you can see some feet that are underneath.
Okay.
Yeah. it's
Or
little things
armadillos
like
that randomly run out from
Or
underneath
that,
them. Not that I've ever had that
Or
problem.
rampant pets. Yes, that's right.
I locked myself out of the house one day because I went to walk the dog and the armadillo came and I freaked out and shut the door and I locked myself out.
But there's actually some really
Anyway.
easy things like that. Shrubs. You don't normally think
No, you
about
wouldn't
that.
think of
Things about how you install your windows, how you install your doors, little things like that that you can take a look at now in the summer. Make sure that your house is as safe as it can be.
Cool.
Carissa, can residents contact you about specific recommendations?
Yeah, actually one of the services that my unit offers is site-specific security surveys. We'll come out to your residence or your business and we'll go through a huge checklist of the exterior and also the interior controls you have for your business, and we can give you a list of the vulnerabilities as well as recommendations to combat them.
Now, is that free?
Absolutely.
So say that again. That's huge.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you can call the Bluffton Police Department,
That's right.
and they will come and give you like a safety evaluation of your business or home.
Specific to your business and your home. And we'll give you a whole report about it. Like I said, go through all the vulnerabilities, including if you're in a neighborhood. We can tell you the vulnerabilities of your neighborhood to see if you can improve that.
That's awesome.
So, absolutely.
I mean, if you have kids, that's fantastic.
And like I said, it's little things that you may not think about, but that we can just give you tips on.
Cool.
Things like what
Like going home and trimming your bushes because you're afraid you're going to see feet
or,
now.
or what screw you use to install your locks as well as your
deadbolt?
hinges. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, when I saw my husband fix the deadbolt that fast, I'm like, wow, that made me feel safe.
Well, the deadbolt may be secure, but Maybe your door
if
frame.
it comes out
Yeah.
really quick. I know, it's little stuff that, especially, I mean, not to dumb it down, I hate that, but you know, your first time as a single woman, you're renting or whatever, you don't think about stuff like that, and it's little things like that that can really save you. if you pay
Absolutely.
attention.
Exactly.
Well, switch gears a little bit. Last year you guys had this huge public safety day, and you guys had a great turnout, and it was a big, huge family event. Are we expecting to see that again?
Absolutely. National Night Out. It'll be this year, Tuesday, August 4th. It'll be at the police station again. We're very fortunate that all that construction that's coming in on Buckwalter Place is going to be delayed at about a month, so we're still able to have our event there. So we'll be extending out into Buckwalter Place, but we're trying to expand the event. We're inviting some community partners to help sponsor it so that we can keep bringing the free food and the activities for the entire community to come out. So we're really excited about it.
So all this great stuff you've mentioned, if an individual or a business is interested in being a part of that, or you know, the free emergency safety survey, who do they call? What do they do?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a lot of programs, so feel free to reach out to me, Officer Carissa Branson. My office number is 843-706-7809. You can always email me as well, cbranson@townofbluffton.com.
Okay. Well, you always have cool stuff for us, so thanks for coming again.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And stay with us. We'll be back with one more segment of 843 TV.